Hey YouTube, just want to post a video on the progress from the quarter panel work I've been doing this winter. There was some cancer on the whole lower half, both sides, front of the wheel and back of the wheel, and where the door meets the quarter panel on both sides. And a lot of Bondo. Someone put it was caked on there. So had some repairs done over the years, and I want to really fix it right. So started taking off the side body molding. There's a picture at my friend Denny's house right before we're going to take it into his garage, where it's been there since first weekend in December. There's a picture. This is a picture of the inside passenger side in front of the wheel well, so you can kind of see how bad it looked on the inside. And there's a picture of the Auto Metal Direct quarter panels that I got, about $900 shipped from Jegs. This is driver's side outer rocker panel to outer wheelhouse brace, that's called. That was kind of like the worst part on the driver's side. A couple pictures here. And then there was some rust on the wheelhouse itself above this brace. That picture will come up in a second. So you can kind of start seeing how bad it is right there. I guess that's where just most of the moisture collected over the years. It's a hole up top. So we wound up cutting the brace off, buying a new piece. You can get those braces pretty easily. And then cutting that cancer out above it on the wheelhouse, replacing that. The original plan was just cut half the quarter panel off or so and then hide the weld underneath the body molding. But we decided, hey, we got the whole quarter panel, let's just take the whole thing off. So we just started grinding all the welds off and peeling the metal apart from each piece. I took some pretty good pictures here on the driver's side, as you can see. So we did have some fitment issues. I mean, if you think you're just going to cut your quarter panel off and plop the new one on there, you got another thing coming, right? I mean, this car's decades old. The new quarter panel isn't stamped like the original factory. So you just got to take your time with it. This slide here, this is where the driver's side door meets the quarter panel, and you can see it's a little heavy on the stamping from on the top, about an 1/8 inch, on the bottom of bottom of it about an 1/8 inch. So what we wound up doing was slicing it at the bottom about an 1/8 inch, and then pulled the metal up from the bottom and pushed the metal down from the top, and that's what we got right there. And of course needed some glass. And it kind of tapers off, but I just wanted the body lines matching up right there at the door and quarter panel. So I was pretty happy with that. And then here's where quarter panel meets the trunk and the rear deck lid. You can kind of see how that, I don't like that curve. It's not really symmetrical, so we clean that up. I don't have any pictures of that, but we had to clean that up just a little bit. And then where the trunk actually closes on the back above the tail lights, we had some fitment issues there. It actually was hitting the quarter panel, so we wound up cutting at an angle there about 18 inches and then pushing the metal in. That's my welds. I know my welds are terrible. This was a project where I'm learning how to do body welds and learn how to do some body work. So I laid down a lot of metal and did a lot of grinding, but hey, that's what it was all about, just trying to learn. That's quarter panel on. Pretty good fit. I was overall happy. This picture here is where it fit with the opening to the fuel area. You can see it fits better on the right hand side than the left hand side, but I just welded it all up and then we used some glass to smooth it all out. Got the door back on. Got that aligned pretty well. Then we moved to the passenger side. You can see I started grinding some spot welds apart and just peeling away. Started peeling away there in the wheel well area. And on the passenger side, that brace, that outer rocker panel, that outer wheelhouse brace wasn't in too bad a shape, but above it was not so good. So cut a piece of metal. It's not a concours restoration job, I realize that, but for my skill, my budget, it was a pretty good solution for me. And by this time we have the quarter panel on, start putting glass down, priming a little bit. And the next couple of pictures are just all the holes I punched along the entire length of the quarter panel and just squeezing, filling in the plug holes, and then moving down another 2-3 inches, welding the plugs, moving on. I think it took me, because I'm not that good, I think about 4 hours to weld the entire passenger side after we got it all lined up. Took me a while. Working upside down, didn't have a lift. But I'm pretty happy. Pretty happy. Took a lot of work. We're still not done. Right? We're still not done. So this is a picture of passenger side wheel well area looking back. And then this is where the passenger side fender meets the outer rocker panel. Someone that did some fixing there with some brass years ago, I guess. I just ground it all down, and then I cut it out. And then after, when I cut it out there, I just coated all that stuff in there, and then cut out a piece of rectangular metal and welded that all in there, and then put glass over top. And here's just some more pictures of everything kind of getting back to the way it was. So we started this project first week in December, right, like I said, and then we cut out around mid-March. Haven't been back since. The plan here is to throw down some Eastwood Ermine white paint just on the back. I realize it's not going to match the rest of the car because the paint on the car is about 30 years old or so. I just want to get it looking somewhat respectable because the paint job I really want for this car is probably like 10 or 15 grand. So just going to get something going, make it look half decent, drive it around for a while, save up, and then hopefully someday I get the paint job I really want. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you had any questions about it, hit me up. I'll be glad to answer them.